Morning, John.
Morning.
Edward Miller, Georgia driver's license, shot in the chest.
Who found him?
Manager, door was open. We're about wrapped up here, actually, seeing as we've already been here for half an hour.
We know what the DOA was in town for?
No, not yet.
But, we're not bathing anymore?
I ran out of razors. Remind me to pick some up.
There's no forced entry. DOA had all his money on him.
Phone records?
Manager's faxing over to the squad.
Rita and a new girl are gonna run them. Gay John says she seems real nice.
Wore those same clothes yesterday.
I actually bought about 10 of this identical outfit. That way each morning I don't have to waste time wondering what I'm gonna wear.
I think I read Einstein did that same thing.
You hear that? Einstein. Dude was a genius.
Why don't you guys start knocking on doors, huh? So, out all night again?
Which you've never done.
Doesn't suit you, John.
I got it handled. Thanks, though.
Laura Murphy. She transferred over from applicant investigations. Andy Sipowicz. Hey. Greg Medavoy. Baldwin Jones. John Clark.
How's it going?
Great. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Came for you this morning.
Your DOA was single, no kids. I talked to a neighbor of his in Savannah. She said he's a retired doctor. Came to New York to research a book.
Anything on the hotel phone records?
One call to and from a Larry Pragetzer in Jersey City. He's on his way in.
So, you were a detective in applicant investigations?
Right.
Doing background checks on people who want to be cops?
Everybody rags on that unit.
Because you don't do any criminal investigations and you're not on the street.
I did 3 years in uniform up at the 7-5, so don't worry about me out on the street.
Oh, don't listen to him. We're glad to have you here, Laura.
PAB. What does that mean, PAB?
No idea.
We just got a call on a homeless DOA. We're gonna head down there now.
Hey, any word on when the new lieutenant's showing up?
It's supposed to be sometime today.
What the hell is this?
That's a dead rat, Andy.
Here, run this return address. See if it even exists.
You got this? Because we need to head down there.
Yeah, we're covered. Again, glad to have you here, Laura.
Thanks.
PAB. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
This is funny to you?
Ah, come on, it's probably a joke. Like Tommy Doyle, one of the guys you used to work with.
Oh, they'll let anybody in this place.
What's up, kid?
My partner, Rita Ortiz. This is Ted Keogh.
Hey.
Ted and I were at the academy together.
So, detective in the squad, I hear.
Yeah, first day.
How'd you land a plum job like that so quick?
My boss at Applicant Investigations, he promised to fast-track me if I gave him 2 years there.
Luck of the Irish over here.
You handling this job?
Yeah. DOA's a Sean O'Leary, shot 3 times in the torso and chest. I've seen him around, have to roust him a couple times. Him and this other character named King Tut.
That King Tut?
No, that's Road Dog, AKA Jason Keys. He found the DOA, then flagged down a radio car.
Did you know the DOA?
Yeah, he was a real bro, too.
Did you see him last night?
We were kicking it with these couple of squares. They were on this, like, field trip thing. But they had money, you know? They were paying for stuff, so...
Field trip thing?
Yeah, it's a homeless outreach program, street race, something like that. I don't know. It was like a guy and a girl. Real squares.
DOA have any beef with anyone?
There's always beefs out here.
Anything specific?
No, he was a real bro, you know? He shared what he had when he had it.
You have a street name?
Yeah, the illness. See, his name's Sean. Then it was Cron, then Chronic, then Chronic Illness, then the illness.
Got it. If you could stick around a little bit, we'd appreciate it.
We were gonna head to Frisco tomorrow.
We're really sorry. Hey, this King Tut that DOA hung out with, think you can get your hands on him?
For you? Anything.
Oh, you're the best.
Still can't believe it happened. Yeah, I'm sure it was a bit of a shock. How long did you know Dr. Miller, Mr. Preggett, sir?
He was our family doctor. Many years ago, before he moved to Philadelphia, and we stayed in touch since.
Did you know he was in town?
Yes, he called me from the hotel he was staying at.
He mentioned what he was doing in town?
Sightseeing.
He mentioned a book he was working on, maybe the subject matter?
No, not to me.
Did Ed talk about any problems he was having out here or anything like that?
He was single. He never married.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Preggett, sir.
Well, he told me last night that he met a woman in a bar, and when they got back to his room, she wanted money, which was a shock to him. He told me that she yelled at him for wasting her time and made a few threats and left.
You say which bar he met her?
No. But I asked him how old she was, though, and he said she was in her 30s. Well, I told him, Ed, you're 70 years old. No offense, but do you really think that a young woman is going to go back to your hotel and you had no idea that she was a prostitute? He claims he didn't. He always had a bit of an ego, though.
He mentioned anything else in your conversation that might help us?
No. But if I remember anything, I'll give you a call.
All right, thanks for coming in, Mr. Preggett, sir. Hit up the night clerk again at the DOA's hotel. See if he knows the names of the prostitutes that work the place.
Sounds good.
New lieutenant's gonna be showing up soon. I got a razor in my locker. You might think about shaving.
I'll wait to see if he has a problem with it.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, the illness. Yeah, his real name is Sean. Yeah, he's a nice enough kid, but he's a pain in the ass when he get drunk, though.
Did you see him last night?
In the afternoon, not last night.
Anybody you know is after him?
Now, why should I tell you that?
Oh, I don't know. Because he's dead?
Well, you know how many times I felt one of y'all's nightsticks in my ribs? Sure, I ain't helping you people.
King Tut, my partner, Rita Ortiz, caught the king on a bad day here. Says he doesn't know anything.
Well, witness said the DOA was hanging around two white kids on a field trip. Name of the organization might have been Street Race. You heard of it?
Oh, come on. Don't think of it as helping a cop. Think of it as helping a friend.
I ain't friends with nobody.
Friends with 20 bucks?
Street embrace. That's what they call it. A bunch of guilty rich people who pretend they homeless on the weekend. And they call me crazy.
The Street Embrace a local thing?
Now, how in the hell would I know? Look, are we through up in here? Because I got places to be.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, Ted. Keep an eye on King Tut, will you?
You got it.
This guy's saying it might have been a hooker involved. DOA's cell phone don't come back yet?
Yeah, a couple calls into it. Eric Preggett, sir.
How's he related to the guy we just talked with?
The son.
He's on his way in.
Listen, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help any way I can.
Thanks for the offer. I'm sure I'll have a ton of questions.
What made you want to be a cop?
I always wanted to be one. Should make my dad and my brothers too happy.
Not big on you being on the job?
They're all firemen.
Ay.
If you got a beef with firemen, I don't want to hear about it.
Lieutenant Thomas Bale. How's everyone doing today?
PAA John Irvin.
Nice to meet you.
Laura Murphy. Rita Ortiz.
Baldwin Jones.
Greg Medavoy.
John Clark.
Andy Sipowicz.
So you're Andy Sipowicz?
Yep.
Heard a lot about you. I'll need a few minutes to get settled in, then you can catch me up on any cases you're working. Later, I'll conduct individual orientation sessions.
I've heard the name Bale from Internal Affairs. You related?
That's me. I realize that carries a certain stigma, but I think you'll find me to be an excellent boss.
Time to start covering your ass will be right about now, guys. On the rat phone, trading rat stories with his rat buddies.
Hey, let's give him a chance, Andy. He seems...
The dead rat. Somebody must have known this guy was going to be our lieutenant. Hey, yeah, I get it. That's funny.
I talked to a lady in administration at the last hospital Ed Miller worked. This is in Detroit. He was let go over personality issues. She wouldn't elaborate, but apparently he bounced from hospital to hospital. And she also said that Miller used to be a prominent sexologist in the 60s.
Sexologist? You mean like sex? Like an expert on sex or something?
Easy there, killer.
I'm just asking.
Where are you off to?
Oh, we contacted the Street Embrace organization. It's run out of the Self-Awareness Fellowship place. A description of one of the girls who participated, Zoe Prentice, matches what we got from a witness, so we're heading over there now.
I'll need to know these things.
Sorry, you were on the phone.
Interrupt me next time.
Sure.
Sorry.
No problem.
Petite squad.
Hey.
Hey.
Eric Pragitzer's on his way up.
No one at Miller's Hotel saw him in the lobby bar. No one saw him walking through the lobby with the woman. Did you catch all that, Lieutenant?
I did. Thank you.
I ran Eric's address. Check that out.
Eric, we wanted to talk to you about Dr. Ed Miller.
Yeah, my dad said he talked to you guys and he told me what happened.
Yeah, well, we saw on Dr. Miller's cell phone records that he had some calls into you yesterday. What was he calling you about?
Oh, suggestions on what to do in New York. You know, he was out here by himself, so...
Did you give him any suggestions as far as places to go? You know, restaurants, bars, like that?
No, more landmark type stuff, you know, the Med and Guggenheim.
Hey, Eric, in going through some of the, checklist things we do, we ran your address to see if there were any crimes or police responses, and it says here that you tried to commit suicide 3 years ago.
That's right.
That's a personal matter, obviously, but what jumped out was that it was Dr. Miller who dialed 911.
That's right.
Was he staying with you?
No, it was actually kind of an ironic situation. I was going through a breakup, and it was just a real low point for me, and so I did something really stupid. And Dr. Miller was in town, and he happened to stop by after I did it. I'm glad he did, because it saved my life.
See how that looks a little odd to us?
No. I mean, yeah, I can see how it maybe does, but it's not.
Eric, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm pretty certain at this point we're not getting the whole story as to what you know about Dr. Miller.
You thinking I killed him? Why in the world would I do something like that?
Were you more than just friends?
Oh, my God. You guys are really tripping now. No. Dr. Miller, he was a lonely old guy and didn't know a lot of people, and he just kind of like clung to my family for some reason. I don't know what else to tell you.
Where were you last night?
Work and then home.
Well, we're gonna need your information if you don't mind.
So, Street Embrace.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a great experience. You guys think we have it rough, right?
In your travels the last few days, did you come across a young homeless guy named Sean O'Leary? His street name was The Illness.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit. He was gonna leave for San Francisco today.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Sean was shot and killed last night.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you know anything about it?
No. Wow. I can't believe that.
While you were getting to know each other, Sean didn't mention anyone he was afraid of?
He was with this hardcore group of homeless street kids called the Gutter Punks. And there was this other subgroup called the Crusty Punks that they didn't get along with. And there's always the old-timer homeless guys, but I think he got along with them. It is, like, wild to see.
But no names?
No.
Who was the guy you were hanging out with who was also with Street Embrace?
Charlie, I think.
Did you guys exchange numbers or anything like that?
No. See, the rules are when you show up, you can't bring any money or personal belongings or food or anything. They really want you to experience being homeless. We had to beg and sleep in shelters.
Sean's friend said you and Charlie were buying things for the group.
I cheated a little. I brought some cash.
The problem we're having is the information Charlie gave to the organizers of the Street Embrace. His ID, his personal and contact info, all of it was fake, but it's important that we find him.
While you guys were hanging out, did he mention anything in casual conversation about his family or where he lived, where he hung out? Anything?
No, because, you know, I wasn't really interested in his story. I was more into the stories of the homeless people. They're not all drunks, you know? Some of them had families and college educations. It's really sad.
Well, if you think of anything.
Sure.
Oh, sounds like a fun way to spend the weekend, huh?
Can I give you some advice, Laura?
Sure.
It's hard enough for a female on the job to get respect. One of the ways to lose it in a hurry is if you're flirtatious with the guys, because they'll just run with it, and the next thing you know...
Who was I flirting with?
I'm just saying, as a general observation.
Well, you didn't generally observe me flirting with a guy, because I didn't, and I don't. If they do, it's usually harmless, and I let it slide, and I don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, I know all about that approach, and what I'm saying is if you act like that, you really leave yourself open for a problem down the road.
Keep in mind here, Rita, this is my first day in this squad. This isn't my first day on the job.
Hey, you got your style, I got mine.
I've never had a problem with a guy in a work situation, ever. The only problems I've ever had are with other women on the job. And I don't know why it has to be like that.
I'm just giving you advice. Take it or don't take it.
Kids? 2 daughters, full grown. One married. You?
No. Still looking for Mrs. Wright.
Well, don't be asking any female advice from me, Lieutenant. Whew. Swing and a miss when it comes to understanding the fair sex.
So you're 55, Greg?
That's right.
How much longer do you plan on being on the job?
Is that a hint or something?
No. Not at all. You and Detective Sipowicz are the elder statesmen here, and I look forward to learning from you guys. It's just that I've encountered a lot of cops with your years who are getting out because it's a different job now, you know? And a lot of those guys have had a hard time adjusting to that.
I consider myself a strong detective. I plan on doing this as long as I can.
Good attitude. Looking forward to working with you, Greg.
You too, Lieutenant. Man, you might have a real problem with this guy, Andy.
Mike?
No, I'm talking about, like, in terms of him wanting younger detectives. He can mold how he wants.
What do you got?
I'm like 90% sure this is accurate. Eric Pragetzer, the son. 10 years ago, he legally changed his name from Cynthia.
Get out.
I swear to God.
Oh, so he was a woman 10 years ago?
I don't know too many guys named Cynthia.
And the DOA, you were saying that this is some big expert sex guy?
Yeah.
We got to get Eric back in here.
Hey, ballistics got a match off one of the slugs found in your homeless DOA. Came back to a gun registered to a private investigator named Charles Isidore. Comparison came off a shooting he was involved in a couple of years ago, but kept his permit.
That's Charlie. Let's go grab him up. We should talk to the boss first, right? Yep.
Yeah, he told me he loves internal affairs jokes, so, you know, break one out when you're in there.
You're right.
I gotta buzz this chick back real quick. You wanna call Eric for me? Thanks.
Hey, Chief Dick in hand. We're working a homicide.
2 minutes.
Let's me and you get a cup of coffee.
It's almost done brewing. You know, I really don't need a second cup anyway.
I've been putting myself in your shoes, and you've had a real tough run, John. With your dad and then Jennifer. Those are 2 big losses, and anybody would react to that. And I feel like I've given you an appropriate amount of time for you to grieve and do what you need to. But there comes a point when it affects your work and it affects the people you work with. And I mean, are you trying to piss me off because you're doing a hell of a job?
If you want me to call Eric Pragetzer, I will. There's no use flying off the handle.
It's more than that, and you know it. And you're walking around here like a skell, hitting on this new girl like some lech.
Oh, I'm just making conversation.
Who do you think you're talking to?
You know what? Everything you just listed, it's got nothing to do with how I'm performing my job. I mean, have I blown off one day of work? Huh? Have I sandbagged it in one interview?
How many nights you been out tying one on this
Just
week?
listen to what you just said, because it's got nothing to do with work. That's me out having a good time, which I'm entitled to. So if you've got work-related issues with me, lay it out. But if it's got anything to do with how I spend my time after I punch out of this place, I don't want to hear it.
Get your act together, John. I mean it.
Had a little trouble finding you, Charlie. The info you gave to Street Embrace was all fake.
Yeah, I didn't want them hitting me up for fundraisers. I just wanted to experience the 2 days and leave it at that.
What went wrong when you and Zoe were hanging out with Sean O'Leary?
Nothing. Why?
One of the slugs they pulled out of Sean's dead body matches a gun registered to you. So let's skip the tap dance and get to what happened.
What happened, Charlie?
Zoe. You know, her dad's got major bucks. Well, she gets this wild hair to go on the Street Embrace because she wants to find herself. Or piss off Daddy, who the hell knows, but her dad calls my agency. Says he's looking for a young guy to do the Street Embrace, shadow his daughter, keep her out of trouble without her knowing it.
She never knew you were PI?
End of the first night, she made me. I guess her dad had done this before. But she was cool with it. All she tells me is not to get in her way.
So how'd you get mixed up with Sean O'Leary?
It was the second night, and we were all hanging out. Sean, the illness, whatever the hell his name is, he wants to score some dope. So Zoe, she pulls out some cash, which she wasn't supposed to have. And she fronts him. Well, he comes back with some crack, and she wanted ecstasy. But once he put that pipe in front of her, she told me not to interfere.
What went wrong?
Well, I go off to take a piss, and then I hear screaming. So I come running back, and I see Zoe yelling at him, calling him a no-good bum, a piece of garbage, you name it. See, I guess he must have made a move on her, because he says, you'd be lucky to have sex with me, you ugly pig. And that's when her eyes go wide, and she turns to me and says, shoot him. I mean, she was high as a kite.
So you shot him?
Hell no. I tell her, let's get out of here, but she keeps screaming at me to shoot him. And he keeps laughing and calling her an ugly pig. And I can barely keep my eyes open because I haven't slept in the last 2 days. And then, for a second, it looked like she was gonna chill out. So then I guess I let my guard down. Because the next thing I know, she's got my gun out of my pocket and she's pointing it at the illness, daring him to say it again. He did. She shot him 3 times.
What'd you do at that point?
I took the gun from her. I told her that she needed to go her way and that I'd go mine, and that hopefully this wouldn't come back to bite us in the ass.
Hell of a story there, Charlie.
I wish I could have prevented it. I wish I never would have taken that job. And God knows what the hell made her want to hang out with a bunch of winos for a weekend, but that is what happened.
You're gonna need to stick around.
Yeah, I know.
There's no easy way to broach this, Eric, so I'll just lay it out. You changed your name legally 10 years ago, right?
That's right.
And since it was a female name you had before, that would indicate you had a sex change, right?
What does that have to do with anything?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
In looking into Dr. Miller's background, we saw that he was a sex and gender expert back in the day. Did Dr. Miller perform your sex change operation? Eric? Eric?
I think I'm gonna throw up. I'm okay.
What happened last night with Dr. Miller?
Nothing. I don't know. I was at home. I didn't kill him.
Did he or didn't he perform your sex change 10 years ago?
No, I had it done here in the city by Dr. Richard Bouchard. I mean, you could check.
Eric. What the hell is going on here?
Nothing. I don't know. I was at home last night.
This isn't going away. We're not going away. So just tell us what happened. We can help you.
I was at home watching television, and I got up and went to work. I mean, I wrote all that down the last
No
time
one can confirm whether you were home by yourself or not.
I didn't kill Dr. Miller.
You've been carrying around this big secret for 10 years. You thought it was all behind you, and this lonely old man comes back into your life and maybe blackmails you for money or to do things for him that you don't want to do. If something like that happened, Eric, it's all very understandable you're reacting in a bad way.
I work my job. I'm on my own business. I keep it myself, and I never hurt anybody in my life. I mean, that is a God's honest truth.
Charlie's out of his mind. Out of his mind.
Which part are you disputing?
The part where I shot that guy? I mean, are you kidding me? That's retarded. Not in a million years would I do that.
How'd Sean O'Leary get killed then?
I don't know. Yes, we were hanging out. Yes, I smoked a little, and yes, I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but after Sean tried to force my head down on his crotch, and after he called me those names, I started crying, and I turned around and I bolted.
So Charlie shot him?
I'm not saying that. I don't know what happened, but when I left, Charlie and Sean were standing there.
All right. Well, since it's your word against Charlie's, and you're denying involvement and the bullet matches his gun, this falls on Charlie. He's getting charged with murder. You're okay with that?
Of course I'm not okay with that. Because, in a way, Charlie was standing up for me. But I left. I didn't shoot that guy.
All right, then. We're gonna need you to write that up.
Where you at with your case?
Son copped to the sex change, but he's still denying involvement, so we got his dad coming in, and we'll go at him again.
Where's the son now?
The coffee room. Let him calm down a bit.
15th Squad.
It's for you, Detective. Sit, boys. Who is this? Say who you are, you big pussy. Hello. P.A.B. again. That's all the guy said. P.A.B. John, do a search for anybody with initials P.A.B., either on the job or in the system.
What's PAB?
I don't know. Do you know anything stand for P.A.B. that you know of?
Police, athletic. No, I don't know. Sorry. Let's ask Grizzly Adams here. Referring to the stubble you got going.
Be clean shaven tomorrow.
That'd be appropriate.
We got a little bit of a deadlock here, boss. The bodyguard's putting it on Zoe. Zoe's saying she walked away while the bodyguard and the DOA were still arguing. They're both dug in on their stories.
Bodyguard's downstairs in a cell. Zoe's in interview 3. We're gonna let him think about it a while.
Release the girl, keep him in custody. Get the DA's office hip and let them decide how they want to proceed. Because I don't want to get into an overtime situation if they're both dug in.
We're not angling for overtime.
Fine, but just give it to the DA.
Well, problem is we tend to believe the bodyguard.
Include that in your conversation with the DA.
But based on just the facts, they'll go after him for a plea deal, which, you know, might be a railroad.
This way, Mr. Ferguson.
Give it to the DA's office. Let them decide what they want to do.
Well, you're covering for your son, aren't you, Mr. Pregator? Because when Dr. Miller called last night, it wasn't about some whore who got the wrong idea, because we looked into it and there's no indication of any of that happening.
Okay, then here's what happens. His case goes to a grand jury. His case goes public, and that secret that Eric has been working so hard to keep a lid on, everybody's gonna know. Do you want that for your son?
Eric's been through so much as it is, more than any person should have to endure.
Did Dr. Miller know about the sex change? Did he perform it?
He did the first one.
Which first one?
When Eric was an infant, when he got circumcised, there was an accident.
What kind of an accident, Mr. Brigatzer?
The device that they used was electric. There was a malfunction, and he was burned. The whole organ was... it was gone.
And, Dr. Miller, he came into your life at that point?
He heard about it somehow. He approached me and my wife. He had this theory about nature versus nurture, and, well, he assured us it would work.
So he performed the surgery on Eric?
Yes. And it was part of Dr. Miller's theory that once we committed to it, we could never tell Eric. Well, that didn't work. In his heart, Eric always knew that he was a boy, and so finally, we told him when he was 18.
Now, 3 years ago, Eric tried to commit suicide.
Dr. Miller wouldn't leave him alone. And when Dr. Miller called him and said that he was coming over for a talk, well, that was too much for Eric to take. And that's when I told him that if he ever tried to contact Eric again, I'd kill him.
Are you covering for your son, Mr. Prager?
I went to Dr. Miller's hotel last night. I knocked on the door. He answered it, and I shot him.
All right.
See, I'd forgiven Dr. Miller for what happened back then. We agreed to it. It seemed like the only option. But when he kept popping up into Eric's life, well, I warned him. He wouldn't listen.
Why wouldn't he leave your son alone?
I don't know. I mean, he was obsessed. It was like Eric was his Frankenstein or something. He kept wanting Eric to go public so that he could go down in history, I guess. I don't know.
All right, listen to me. We're gonna go talk to Eric to confirm this. Once we do, we're gonna come back here and help you with your statement. You understand?
Okay.
What's up, Ted?
Hey, remember you asked me to keep an eye on that King Tut character?
Yeah, anything?
Did you give him any money for cooperating?
$20. Why?
I just saw him walking into a hotel nearby with all new gear and a hooker on his arm.
Which hotel?
The Camden Arms over on 2nd. You owe me a cold one for this.
You got it.
Is that what happened?
Meaning what?
You did this and your dad is covering for you.
No.
You were home last night.
Dr. Miller, he called me and said he was planning on writing a book on the surgery. All my life. How he saved me. He never got it. He just never admitted. I always felt I was a boy. Here I was, wearing a dress, getting teased, wishing I was dead. Every year I'd go and I'd have these therapy sessions with him, and I'd tell him these things, and he wouldn't listen. Even after my parents told me. And even after I had my sex changed back, he'd never admit that he was wrong. He never apologized.
Did you know your dad was gonna go over there last night?
No. All I did was tell him that Dr. Miller had found me again and he wanted to write the book. My dad said he'd take care of it. What's gonna happen to my dad now?
We're gonna do everything we can to see if this can go down as manslaughter.
I don't blame my dad for what happened to me as a kid. I mean, they didn't know what else to do. All I'm saying is, he's not a killer. He's not a bad guy. But Dr. Miller wouldn't leave me alone.
All right. Wait here, okay? I got an idea how to work this, so just follow my lead.
Fine. What the hell is going on here?
Wait outside. I'll be with you in a minute.
We'd like to have a quick word with you, Lieutenant.
In a minute. Now wait outside.
No. We really need to talk now.
I'm not gonna say it again, Detective. Now get out of here.
Where'd you get the money for all this?
I told you. I had a scratcher that paid off big.
Where'd you buy it?
At a bodega.
Where?
Albuquerque. Where the hell you think I bought it? Here in the city.
Let me ask you something, King. Where would you like to be headed to in the next 5 minutes? Back outdoors or down to an 8x10 cell? And I'm not joking.
I ain't got no money. It's all gone. And you ain't getting that back.
Where'd you get it?
From this white chick named Zoe that was hanging out with the illness last night.
Why'd she give it to you?
Okay, that the situation had been just reversed and that had been me laying down that shot and the illness had been offered cash, he'd have done the same damn thing, so I ain't got no guilt on my consciousness.
Why did Zoe give you money?
I was headed back up to the squat last night, and I see this crazy bitch pointing a gun at the illness and yelling, "Say it again, say it again." Well, he must have said what he wasn't supposed to say, because she went pow, 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 and the illness was down. And I jumped back in the shadows. And the dude that was with her, he came up and said something to her and took the gun and boogied. And she just stood there. And I walked up to her and I said, "Girl, do you know what the hell you just done?"
What'd she say?
Well, she's yipping and yelling about who knows what. The girl was high, y'all. She promised me money if I kept her secret. And I said I had to think about it. She said $5,000 cash, and I said I was done thinking about it. And I met her in front of the liquor store on Bleecker Street, 10:30 a.m. Because she said she'd wait till her bank opened.
Wait here.
Before you say anything, the timing of that sucked, and I'm sorry for that. Obviously, I would have preferred that we'd had a chance to talk about a scenario like that before it actually happened.
What was your problem with what happened?
How exactly were you going to help him with his statement? Were you going to suggest that the DOA was threatening to kill him when he didn't? Were you going to tell him to say that the DOA came at him in a threatening manner when he hadn't?
Did you not hear what the son went through?
I did. And it's messed up. And if this goes to trial, the jury will hear it too, and they'll do their jobs.
You gonna take statements for us now? Type the 5s, testify in court?
No. Because now we're clear and something like that won't happen again.
Look, I don't know how much contact you've had with the real world while you were out there locking up cops.
I had plenty of contact.
Okay. Haven't done this for a while.
And make another comment like that again, and you know, we're gonna have a real problem.
I'm sorry, that came across wrong, Lieutenant. It's just that when you deal with a wide spectrum of people, you sometimes come across a good person who did a bad thing. Those people deserve consideration, and being able to provide that consideration has been a long-standing tradition in the New York City Police Department.
Yeah, not to mention that in the station house is most times the only place in the whole system where justice is really done.
In a fender bender? Maybe. But not when it involves murder. In that circumstance, your job as a detective is to ascertain what happened and then document what happened. Your job is not to reinterpret or recreate the facts of a homicide as you see fit. No, I'm sorry, but this conversation is over. Kick the son, process the dad. We're done, guys.
I got 32 years on this job. I always planned on leaving on my terms, and that day's not too far away. But if I can't do my job, one that I can live with morally, then I'm out the door.
Well, eventually, that's a decision that every cop has to make. It's never an easy one.
Andy, you drive your car today?
Yeah.
You're not gonna like this.
You gotta be kidding me. PAB.
What's it say?
Andy. Payback's a bitch. This isn't a joke.
Where's Zoe?
With her attorney. We'll get her to central booking afterwards.
Desk sergeant told me you had a cop out there today keeping an eye on a witness.
Yeah, cop's name was Ted Keogh.
That's really heads up. I'll put a good word in for you with the chief.
Or you could just put a good word in for Ted. He did all the legwork.
Well, it was a little rocky today. But it's important that you all know something. No disrespect to former bosses, but I was sent here to replace Sergeant Gibson because it's the department's perception that this is a rogue outfit. So I come with a specific mandate from my bosses to make this squad reflect today's job, today's policing, and it's gonna happen. So I ask that you join me in accomplishing what I've been instructed to do. In return, you will have my complete allegiance and support. If you elect not to, you won't be working here anymore. I'm afraid it's that simple. And I hope that doesn't happen for anyone here. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, can it, John?
How perfect was that, huh?
Can it?
We're so screwed.
I'm on my last nerve as it is. So lose the stupid grin or I'm gonna jump across his desk.
All right, guys, come on.
Maybe I should take off then.
Good idea.
You got the fives?
Yeah. You hurry up and get your ass into happy hour.
Read my mind. Hey, first day beer celebration on me.
I'm fine. Thanks, though.
All right.
What are we gonna do, Andy?
Nothing. I ain't changing a damn thing. Hey, Kitty.
What are you doing here?
I told you I was going to try to stop by.
Andy Sipowicz, this is Clara Graves, Theo's teacher.
Oh, how's it going?
We are so thrilled for you and Katie. About Theo getting better. You'll be able to make it to the open house on Thursday?
Open house?
I wrote it on the calendar.
Oh,
Ice cream. Oh, it's too early for that, Theo. After lunch. Look who's here.
Hi,
Daddy.
Sure, you can have an ice cream.
Andy, the other kid.
What, they'll be traumatized?
Well, just make sure he eats it over there.
All right, come on, buddy. So, you having some fun out here?
How come not at work, Daddy?
Because I'm your dad and I want to see you.
Whoa, somebody's in trouble, huh, Daddy?
Yeah, that's right. Here you go. Alrighty.
I want to be a cop.
What happened to being a pilot?
And I want to chase alligators and snakes.
Oh, like that Australian nutcase on TV?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna get to be whatever you want to be, Theo. And I'm gonna be there to back you up.
Whoa, somebody's really in trouble.
All units be advised, that's a confirmed 1013. Officer shot at 2nd and B.
Katie, I'll see you later, Squirt.
What's wrong?
We got a cop shot.
Bye, Daddy.
Excuse us. Where is he? Right over there. Eddie, what happened?
A stationery store was hit 4 blocks away. And he came over the air. Black male, 20s, denim jacket, black do-rag. So we pull up on these 2 guys, one of them fit in the description. As soon as we open our doors, one of them books, and I chase him down the block.
Guy with the do-rag books?
No, the other guy, he was wearing a blue shirt. He's turning to run up into this apartment building when he hit a shot. I mean, she was wearing a vest, you know, but...
The guy with the do-rags who shot your partner.
Yeah. I hit a shot, I turn around, I see do-rag, stuff the gun into his waistband and take off. He's like a half block away. So I run back, I get Cheryl into the car and over here. I was right to chase the other guy, though.
Nobody's saying you weren't.
Thank you.
Anything else you can give us on this shooter?
Not much. I mean, it jumped off so damn fast.
Detectives, real quick, though.
Wait here.
Tell Cheryl I'm right outside.
She's stable right now, but keep it at just a couple questions.
Cheryl, did anybody notify my husband?
He's on his way.
Cheryl, give us a description on this guy.
Light-skinned, black guy, 20s,
Big?
like 5'8", thin.
Shaved head, hair, goatee.
Where's my husband?
Oh, he's on his way. Just hang in there.
Meanwhile, you got half the cops in this city outside the door giving you their strength, okay? Lean on us.
What else can you give us on the guy who shot you, Cheryl?
Get it out. Get it out.
What'd you put in her?
Get out.
Are you sticking with something?
Get the bullet out.
That's it.
Get the bullet out.
go.
I'm down.
That's it.
Okay.
Get it out.
You need heparin. And call V2.
Get it out.
Eddie, this shooter, you said he fit the description, came over the air on a stationary stick-up.
Right.
So you must have got a decent look at him before you got out of the car to chase the other guy.
Cheryl's the one that spotted him, but yeah, I saw him for about half a second.
Could you ID him?
God, I hope so. Oh, look, this is Cheryl's husband here. I was right leaving him by herself.
Everybody's clear on that.
Eddie, what the hell happened?
Cabot jumped off so quick.
You returned fire?
I wasn't there.
Where the hell were you?
I was in a foot chase with the second guy.
You don't abandon your partner?
Captain, she always told me to let her handle herself.
Did we not talk about this? Huh? Did you not give me your word you look out for her?
Captain, this ain't doing nobody any good.
Get your hands off me. Oh, my God.
What's going on?
She might be bleeding internally. We're going to find out where it's coming from.
Okay, sweetheart. Everything's gonna be okay.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
It's okay. It's all right.
Stick around. Thanks.
The partner told Danny he was pursuing one of the perps into that building until he heard the shot.
Uniform secured the building right after the shooting.
According to the super, the state police came by last week looking for a black male in apartment 2J.
We got the cashier from the stationery store robbery. You ready?
I'll take that.
We'll check out this apartment. Okay?
Maya, right? Why don't we step over here? I'm Detective Russell. What can you tell me about the guy who robbed your store?
He was a black guy in a red t-shirt and jeans. I told the cop already.
I know. I need a more detailed description.
Then I think I should talk to my mom.
About what?
About, getting involved.
Whatever you say is between us.
Yeah, that's what you guys said to some guy 2 streets down who testified against some dealers, and now he's got a tombstone on his forehead, okay? In my neighborhood, fools retaliate.
Over at Bellevue, there's a cop with a bullet in her chest. You know how she got it, Maya? When you called 911 asking for help, that officer responded. She and her partner went looking for the guy who stuck his gun in your face. She got involved for you. And that same guy is probably the one who shot her. Want me to drive you down to the ER so you can tell her you're looking the other way? Then how about stepping up?
He's like in his 20s, dark skin, and I guess like 6 feet tall.
A dog.
As opposed to a goldfish?
I hate dogs. Either it's prone to laryngitis or someone's holding its muzzle.
Open up! I can take it.
That's solid call.
We got a cop shot.
Yeah, well, all the more reason to do it right. Let's try the fire escape.
Keep your eye on the store here. Kick out the window and go in?
All we have is the super saying that the state police came to see this guy. It's going to be a little tough to justify the search.
Now, we could say the window was broken.
If it was smaller panes, maybe we could knock one out, unlatch it. But this, I don't know if we can do this.
Give me the word. I'll kick this thing in right now.
If they were smaller, we could just kick out one of the panes.
Yeah, well, it ain't, Greg. So what's the call? Because we're standing here like ducks.
I don't want us to be the ones that blow this case off some illegal search.
Then let's go.
Hey, do me a favor. Keep an eye on this window.
All right.
Yeah, Tori Jameson, black male, 20s, Manhattan address. Okay, thanks. Super gave us a heads up on a black male living in 2J. The state police came looking for him a week ago. Tori Jameson, I'm running him through BCI.
Anything from that stationery store cashier?
Detailed description, but I wouldn't count on her for giving much more than that.
She said the perp was light skin, around 5'8".
Dark-skinned.
10:30 in the morning, residential street. Nobody sees nothing.
How's that cop?
She's in the OR.
How's the partner?
Messed up.
We went up to the fire escape on 2J. There's a sheet covering the window, but somebody's in there with a dog.
Yeah, I'm here.
Big dog.
Great, thanks. He's got a warrant out for failure to appear.
That's all we need. Let's hit it. Come on, guys.
Hey, Diane, how about getting Tori's mugshot and put together a photo array for that cashier?
Sure.
That dog is loose. I'm taking it out.
Can a dog hold a gun in its paw, you think?
No, but they can lock their jaws onto your calf, their sharp teeth sunk into your flesh.
Worry about the human.
Let go of the gun! Throw the dog!
You move your eyeballs toward that gun, we open up. You let go of that leash, we open up.
Please don't shoot my dog, man.
All right, get up on your knees and hold the dog tight.
Now secure that dog.
How?
Do it!
How? Tell me how.
What's in there?
Closet.
All right, put him in the closet.
Come on, Psycho. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Here we go. He's in.
Back off. Back off! Get that stupid thing off your head.
What's up with the gas mask?
I thought you guys gonna throw tear gas at me.
Ain't used tear gas in New York since the First World War.
All clear. Ain't nobody yet tell me what the deal is.
Just be happy you're still alive and shut your mouth.
Got crack in a crack pipe here. That's the window we were at?
My gut told me not to bust into this place half-cocked.
I love that gut.
Hey, Pokey.
Tips are coming in hot and heavy.
Anything legit?
We got anti-crime checking a couple out. That cashier didn't recognize Tori from mugshots.
Liquor store held up over on house and we got to deal with them. Where's Jones and Minute Boy?
They should be right behind us.
Get him on the radio and have him respond.
Right away. Any word on that shot cop?
She's still in OR.
Hey, man, am I not entitled to know what the hell I got yanked up in here for? Or did I wake up in the Soviet damn Union?
No, you're entitled.
Thank you.
Where were you this morning, Tori?
What am I in here for?
Oh, you know what you're in here for.
Ooh, mind game. Hey!
You stopped by a stationery store on B?
Nowhere near B this morning. I walked straight from my girl's place on 6th and my pad on 2nd Avenue.
You weren't walking when that cop was chasing you into your building.
Wrong guy. Nice try, though.
We bring that cop in here, he's not gonna recognize you.
If he does, it wouldn't be the first time I got mistaken for another brother.
Oh, so this is you preparing us for him picking you out?
Look, it happens to me all the time. I got a familiar face.
Well, this time it's gonna be a cop IDing you, not somebody mistaking you for some dickhead they sat next to in the homeroom.
Okay. So this cop says it was me. What am I gonna get railroaded for?
So this is you feeling out what the charge is before you decide to get straight with us?
Look, I just want to know what this is all about. That's what this is.
This cop's in trouble, and he needs to account for his activities this morning, which involved him chasing a guy that looks a lot like your skinny ass into that building on 2nd Avenue.
Tori, you stop out thinking yourself, and you tell us about running away from that cop before you make us jump through hoops proving it. You just might do a little good for yourself in the process.
We should have started here, guys.
We're here now.
Okay? It was me.
All right, this male cop and this female cop, they got out of their car and you booked.
I got some child support misunderstandings.
We don't care why you booked.
Fine.
All right, last thing. Your buddy that you're walking down the street with when those two cops rolled up on you, the little light-skinned black guy with the do-rag and the denim jacket, what's his name?
Look, no, he ain't my buddy, man. Look, I came through with what you guys wanted, so that cop can account for his whereabouts.
Your buddy, while you were beating feet in a different direction, he shot a female cop.
Whoa, hey, I don't know his name. I just saw him around the neighborhood, and he just happened to walk alongside me when those cops pulled up, man.
Tori, who are you closer with? This guy that you're walking with or your dog?
What does Psycho have to do with this?
Well, you give us this guy's name, and you'll be scratching Psycho's belly at the end of business today. If not, They got laws on the books for dogs attacking cops.
Don't you hurt my dog, man.
Hey, this is your decision, Tori. Psycho's fate is squarely in your paws.
My name gotta come up.
You were never here.
You're gonna call my sister so she can go get Psycho.
We will.
Andre Cutler. Don't touch my dog, man.
This gonna be better than hitting the lottery.
We got him for the perp and a stick up on that stationery store.
You see what these cops done to my eye?
Name's Mitchell Dunn. He resisted.
I'm suing you guys, I'm suing the city, and I'm gonna sue the mayor.
Shut your mouth.
What's this?
What's this? Setbacks to greenbacks, that's what this is.
Stationary stick-up.
What? I ain't stick up no store, and I didn't shoot no cop.
Yeah, we got a reliable tip says otherwise.
Put him in interview 3 and wait there.
Lottery.
What's his name? Mitchell something?
Mitchell Dunn.
I don't think he's our shooter.
He fits the description the cashier gave me to a T.
Yep, this Tori we just talked to gave us an Andre Cutler.
And we tend to believe him.
Cops put a beating on him.
Hey, Diane, you want to go with Mitchell and we'll go find this Andre?
No, I want the shooter. The 3 of you get going. I'll handle this.
Lieutenant, he resisted.
Who gave you the tip he was in on the stationery store?
A stool said this guy definitely hit the stationery store, then shot Cheryl.
So this resisting take place on the street?
Apartment hallway.
Who saw it?
A couple of people, a couple of his buddies.
How different's their version gonna be?
Lieutenant, we're looking for a cop shooter.
You got this crack pipe and rock on him? And this.
Yeah, toy gun.
Which we didn't know that at the time.
It's looking like this guy wasn't involved in the shooting.
We were told that he was.
All right. Hold off on your paperwork. And don't vouch for this yet till you hear from Nick.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This cop Cheryl, she married? Got kids?
Got a husband on the job.
Captain at the 6-7.
Don't know about kids.
How's he taking it?
He's taking it out on her partner when we last left them. And it don't appear the partner did anything derelict.
Her husband maybe felt the partner should have stayed with her, backed her up.
I know, but per book you go after him. You know? Partner didn't do nothing wrong.
Then everybody should drop it. If it was a male partner who got shot, same circumstances, no one would be blaming anybody. A cop went to apprehend a perp who was going to do anything to avoid it, and it went bad. Period.
Hey, how about this guy?
Looks good.
Here we go. Do-rag, denim jacket.
Diane, hang back and cover us in case we lose it.
You hang back.
All right, I got him. They'll have to remind me why I didn't shoot you right here in the street.
Shoot me now.
Get him out of here.
Come on.
Danny,
Yeah. Hey, what was that all about back there?
don't ever do that again.
What, asked you to cover us?
Both takedowns today, you've worked it so I'm in the background and away from the action.
Diane, I was...
Danny, don't ever do it again.
All right.
This him?
Nah, Martelli.
This the guy kill Cheryl?
Just step aside.
Montelli, clear out.
Come on, move on.
Do I not kill nobody?
What's this killed Cheryl?
We got word 10 minutes ago.
That's not very smart tipping our suspect.
Yeah, Andy, I'll be up in a sec. I just heard.
Yeah.
When the time is right, we should talk.
You take off last night, you don't come back, you don't call.
At what point did I turn into your punching bag?
I'm sorry, and that's what I want to talk to you about.
Well, what makes you think I want to listen at this point? I cut you so much slack, I'm tired of it. Danny, if you can't hold up your end anymore, then just be honest with me. Save me some time.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I can't hold up my end anymore.
That's it. You're not even gonna try and work it out.
You need to move on without me, Mary.
Because you already have?
Certain things have happened, made me realize that I'm not the guy for you.
Certain things, huh? Danny, this is the part where you say don't think what you're thinking.
I care about you. And what we shared meant a lot to me.
What do you want, Danny? Is bouncing from relationship to relationship enough for you? Well, that's what's gonna happen, and you're gonna miss out.
We both know it's been half-assed for a while.
Whose fault is that?
Mary, you asked me to be honest. The truth is, I can't hold up my end anymore.
Can or won't?
I don't know if there's a big difference between the two.
There is.
Then I guess both.
Well, that's too bad. Take care of yourself.
For all the stupid things I've done, things that may have hurt you, I'm sorry.
Noted. We work together. Please don't embarrass me.
You know I wouldn't do that.
But man, what are y'all trying to do? Keep me out the view of the media until my wounds heal?
Media? So you're still high, I guess.
Man, don't even try this off on me. I want what happened to me on the record.
Oh, what have I got here? Why, it's a civilian complaint form. Now, how did I get my hand? Well, I guess I must have brought it in intentionally so Mitchell would get what happened to him on record.
All right, then.
Yeah, maybe I should go back into the squad, put this on the south end of my to-do list so Mitch could have a chance to quit running his mouth.
Said we cool, man.
You know how long the line is outside of cops waiting to take your damn complaint?
Look, I'm sorry, man, all right? Can we just do this? Please? With the complaint division or something?
So the buzz is wearing off. That's good.
Tell us what happened.
12:30, I'm walking with 3 of my boys, and we was...
Whoa, hold on. What's with these 2 stick-ups today?
And I don't know nothing about that.
Wow, they seem to know a hell of a lot about it.
Have you given a statement on either of these?
No, man. Look, I'm here to talk about the physical assault I took on my person this morning at the hand of 2 cops.
Well, your complaint don't mean dick if you committed 2 felonies before lunch.
Mitchell, they got witnesses, picked you out of a stationery store robbery and a liquor store robbery.
They're moving on you with these.
Look, I'll deal with those things, which I did not do, later. I want my brutality case on the record so I can seek financial repercussions.
Financial repercussions, the media. Maybe we should just wheel a chalkboard in here so he can map out his parade route.
Getting bounced around by those cops is definitely a positive for you, Mitchell, but only in terms of getting some rhythm on these 2 felony stick-ups. That's what your bumps and bruises are worth.
How much are they worth? And I ain't saying I did either.
We'll check it out with the detectives who caught it, with the DA.
All right, look, how about make both of those robberies go away, neither which I'm gonna discuss, and I'll back off the brutality thing.
Relax.
Make them both go away. This guy. Diane.
Did it work? Yeah, he's open for business. Good. The suspect we got for your stationery store, turns out he's also our guy for the liquor store sticker. Cashier there picked him out of a photo, right?
But the cashier at the stationery store, Maya, she's a scratch. Her mother called a little while ago and said her daughter's not going to testify no matter what.
All right. So what do you need?
Well, to get this guy off the beating he took, we're pretty sure he'd deal if we dropped the stationery stick-up. Make him go for the liquor store only, plus resisting.
I'm okay with it.
Get someone from DA's office down here to sign off. When you're done, have the 2 uniforms who collared him do their paperwork, voucher the evidence. The cop who died, this is her husband. Captain, I'm sorry what happened.
What's going on?
Well, we're following up and...
Heard you got the shooter.
We have a suspect we like.
Where is he?
My detectives who caught her are talking to him right now.
I'd like to be in on it.
We can look in if you want.
Fine. Let's go. Come on.
They had a language problem here. Hey, this suits us fine, Andre. We got witnesses put you at that crime scene.
So you go ahead, you stick to saying that you weren't even there. That shows you're a liar, you got something to hide, and we're done.
I'm not saying I wasn't there. I'm saying I wasn't there when no cop was shot.
So when were you there?
Before it went down, obviously. Look, 2 cops roll up, and I had a brief conversation with this cute little female cop.
About what?
She asked me to stay put. I told her I had places to be. I walked away.
And she stood there waving at you.
Okay, maybe I ran away. Look, I gotta warn her, I'm not gonna lie about that. But I mean, come on, man. It's a lady cop, acting all badass. So I figured if she wants to take me in, then earn it. Now, as far as to who shot her after I split, you're the experts.
Again, Captain. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cut out.
Yeah, I'll page you when things firm up.
Thanks, Arthur. I appreciate it. Hey, let me talk to this guy.
That's probably not a good idea, Captain. Come on.
I want him alone.
Yeah, I know you do.
2 minutes, off the books.
Little lady, stop! Come here! Come here! Look at me! Remember me! I will get to you, boy!
I mean, who the hell was that?
Shut up. Come here. Get in there.
Yo, I'm at sex. Who the hell was that?
That's the husband of the dead cop.
John, you gonna let him roam the hallways?
He's a captain. He can do whatever he damn well wants to.
You don't want to do this, okay?
You can't give me that much, huh? After what he took from me?
Hey, you want this asshole to take your job away, too?
You think I give a damn about my job right now?
You break this guy's jaw, you blow the case. We know you give a damn about that.
Hi, ADA Valerie Haywood.
Diane Russell. We spoke on the phone. Got a couple things here for you.
I'm sorry to hear about the police officer.
Yeah, that's one of the things we've got. Guys, Greg Medavoy, Baldwin Jones, ADA Valerie, I'm sorry,
Haywood.
When you're done, we need her for the lineup.
Right.
We got a guy did 2 stick-ups today, used a toy gun.
Both cashiers thought it was real.
First stick-up cashier gave a description, but now she don't want to testify.
Yeah, second stick up, the cashier picked our guy out of a photo array.
And that cashier's good to go.
So we're looking to drop the first one.
Why are you looking to deal with him?
Well, he was originally snatched up as a suspect in a cop killing. Maybe got leaned on a little bit.
Anything else I need to know?
That's it.
Almost all drug offenses, no history of violence. I mean, still, they're felonies. I take it you don't want to push for a persistent felony offender?
No.
We're probably not giving anything up. Even if he got both stick-ups, they happen so close together, they're same plan, continuous action.
He'd most likely get concurrent sentencing.
The first cashier, did she make a statement?
Verbal only.
Recorded?
No.
You know, there's no guarantee he doesn't turn around and get a lawyer anyway for maybe getting leaned on.
We're gonna fold in a resisting charge, too.
We like our chances.
I'm not gonna try and talk you out of it.
Appreciate it.
Good luck. I'm all yours.
Great. This way. When'd you start?
Yesterday. Spent the last 2 years in the Narcotics Bureau in Brooklyn.
Now here you are in the big city.
Here I am.
Cheryl's husband's a real hooked-up captain. He could have got her off patrol in a second, but she wanted to be on the street.
ADA Hayward, Lieutenant Fancy, Detective Sipowicz and Sorensen, Officer Verticana.
Where's our witness?
Right here.
Don't worry, we haven't been talking to him.
Such a quick look I got before I chased the other guy. I'm sure.
Quit psyching yourself out, Eddie.
Okay, here we go.
Do you recognize the shooter?
Take your time, Eddie.
He was so quick. Number 2.
You're positive?
Number 2 is the son of a bitch who killed my partner.
Okay. You guys relaxing there a minute?
What was that?
What?
If our suspect doesn't give a voluntary admission of guilt, voluntary, that ID never happened.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sure you will.
We spent 2 hours in shouting matches with the detective on the stationery robbery, getting her to drop the charge, Mitchell. And another hour in here back and forth with you. Now, you want to keep sitting there, you'll get rung up for both robberies. And then fill out the complaint form, and we'll toss it in the stack they use as a doorstop downstairs. We're handing you a break here.
So I go for the liquor store only, and the resisting arrest, and the other one goes away.
Yes.
Mitchell, listen, man. You're not getting screwed here.
I don't even know which way is up anymore, man.
You got knocked around by those cops, and that ain't right. But a cop got killed today, and all got wrong because of that stationery store you robbed.
But I thought you said I didn't do that one.
And we agreed on that because you got knocked around, okay? Those smacks you took, you are using them to your advantage by making sure you don't get charged with 2 felonies and risk serving both sentences consecutively. Now, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Just want you to know that this is a mutually beneficial transaction. And you're not getting screwed here because we're not those kind of cops.
I got it.
The husband of the cop you killed? The one looking to rip your throat out a little while ago? Don't worry about him. Sit down. He's at a bar down on the corner. Now that you're boxed in, he doesn't want to do anything to screw it up.
'Cause guess who that was picked you out, Andre?
Whatever. The dead cop's partner. That's what you call a star witness.
And when he gets up on that stand in his uniform, starched and pressed, hat on, medals gleaming, pointing his finger at you, your legal aid attorney is gonna crawl under the table.
Well, that cop can say whatever he wants.
Oh, he is. He's saying that you shot his partner. You stuck the gun in your waistband. You hightailed it up 2nd Avenue. You!
The only thing her partner isn't saying is why. He don't know. And we're kind of wondering ourselves.
Now, you can keep your mouth shut, and you can let the DA fill the words in for you. They'll say you woke up looking to kill a cop today.
Or you can tell us what went down. Try and help yourself out a little. Because, Andre, you can use all the help you can get right now.
You got picked out by a cop.
It ain't right. It just ain't right having little female cops out there. Look, I got adrenaline, okay? I got survival instincts. And if a cop that's gonna search me is gonna find my gun and it's gonna put me back in jail and a threat to me, then it's on. Look, I didn't even realize what had happened until I was half a block away. She shouldn't have been no cop. Not around me.
I didn't wake up wanting to kill nobody.
You gave it up voluntarily.
Great work, Detective.
Listen, this guy just admitted to killing a cop, okay? So do whatever you want with the ID.
Nothing's a lock until he pleads. You realize that, right? And if he doesn't, I have to go to trial with the tainted ID.
Maybe we should have this conversation some other time, because I can see how broken up you are about us losing a cop today.
Don't use that as an excuse for your behavior, and don't imply that I am insensitive to that police officer's death.
All right, then what do you want? An apology? Okay, I'm sorry, bottom of my heart. How's that? Can I get back to work now?
I heard you were married to someone in the DA's office.
Yeah, what about it?
I also heard she was an excellent prosecutor who respected the system. And I have a hard time believing she'd tolerate you trying to steamroll her like you're trying to steamroll me.
What do you want from me, counselor?
I want good evidence. That's all I want. You don't have to invite me out for beers after work. I don't have to be on your weekend softball team. Just give me good evidence and I'll get you convictions. Agreed?
Yeah, agreed.
I'll get a video team up here to record his statement. Have a good night.
Hey, Lou.
I just need to know what's going on.
Like the shooter, Eddie picked him out. He's confessing. My partner's taking his statement.
Thank you. That's a comfort to me. And I apologize for losing my cool.
We're all devastated over this, Eric. Everybody.
She always wanted to be a cop. That's what made her happy.
I wish.
You wouldn't have pulled this before we started sleeping together.
Probably not.
You know, I went through the same thing with Bobby. As long as it takes for a female cop to earn respect, you can lose it in a second. By hesitating, backing down, having a fellow detective treat you like a kid's sister, and don't think the other cops don't notice it. I don't want it, Danny, and I'm not the kind of cop who needs it, and you've got to come to terms with that sooner than later.
I already have. You don't need to say another word about it.
Yeah, not to mention, if we get into a situation and you're looking over your shoulder worrying about me, you'll get your head blown off.
Done. Now, just to clarify, having embraced the separation of church and state here, if we go out to dinner and I hold the door open for you, are you going to kick me in the shin?
I'm not kidding about this, Danny.
And I'm not either. I have tied a bow on job conduct. Now we're talking about when we clock out. Would you kick me in the shin if I open the door for you? I mean, I just want to know so I can stay on my toes.
You've embraced the rules of job conduct.
Bear hugged them.
Well, then I think that if I was with someone who did know how to do it right on the job, then I suppose I would encourage that someone to feel free and do it right when we've clocked out. Like opening a door if you wanted, or whatever else inspired him. Danny, if you've got things you need to work out, I don't want to get in the way.
I tied a bow on that, too.
house, Theo?
Oh, he's asleep. It's fine.
Where are you going? What's this?
I'm going back to sleeping at my place, Andy.
Why? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just don't need to be spending nights like I have been.
Why not?
Because it's confusing.
Theo's fine with it.
It's confusing to me. Today in the park, I could see that you're ready to be in Theo's life fully now that he's better.
This is great. This is just what I needed to cap the day off.
I'm sorry, Andy, but I don't want to wait until you tell me I need to go.
I'm not about to. Come on, Katie. We got a nice system going on here.
I love Theo and I love you, but I'm not going to go from being your wife, which I was, Andy, for 11 years, to being your live-in housekeeper and babysitter.
Theo needs you.
And I'll be there for him.
I need you.
For what? For how long? I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Then I have to go home, Andy. I'll be by tomorrow to get him to school.
You're one of my blessings, Katie.
You too, Andy.
Xin chào, mình đây, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại kênh Tô Màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. Xin chào, mình đây, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại kênh tô màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người cùng mình xem quá trình mình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. Xin chào, là mình đây, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại kênh tô màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ lại tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. Xin chào, lại là mình đây. Chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại với kênh Tô Màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ lại tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. Xin chào, lại là mình đây. Chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại với kênh tô màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ lại tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. should say in your eyes. Now I want to try. Xin chào, lại là mình đây. Chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại kênh tô màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ lại tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh của chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé. Hẹn là bao lâu anh đã vội saying goodbye. It's the black and white till you put me to the light. Now love is just a sign in your eyes. Now you come and show me true color of the sky. So know what I want life. Know that I will try your tears. I feel you look back at me. So when look into my eyes, you won't be seeing me. It's you everything that I hold dear. So I hope you could ask when you hear. You're everything that I hold dear. So I have to feel to keep you near. Xin chào, mình đây, chào mừng mọi người quay trở lại kênh tô màu của mình. Hôm nay chúng ta sẽ lại tiếp tục tô màu và đây sẽ là bức tranh mà chúng mình tô màu ngày hôm nay. Mọi người hãy cùng mình xem quá trình tô màu cho bức tranh này nhé.